General Splotton. My name is Warpetrie, and this is my video response to your contest of how I progressed over a year in painting. I will also add how I have improved overall as a modeler, and just my progression along as I have been painting the past, this would be my third year painting. So, to start it off, to answer your question of how I progressed over this first year, or this last year of 2010 and on to 2011. This is horribly out of focus, and I shall fix that. There we go, now you can see it. So, now that my model isn't all fuzzy, this is a Dark Angel Company Master that I had entered into Bolter and Chainsword's painting contest back in, I believe it was like early 2010. And this was a model that I liked a lot before, and I added some wings from Reaper Miniatures line, Angelic Wings. So I've got a lot of comments from those before, but so there it is. I didn't really highlight very much before, so you can tell there's some highlighting stuff that I just didn't do. I was really puzzled on how to do his side feathers here. But I just went with the silver, and then I think it was Canadian green. Didn't really turn out very well. I think I got maybe 6th overall, but the voting style was, this one guy was like a Golden Demon Painter dude, and he had like 100 and some odd votes compared to my 12. So that's how that went. But I really wanted to enter into some type of contest, because I really wanted to ramp up my painting, and I wanted to put in an order into Cool Mini Knot and get some other different models. That way I'm not always just painting 40k all the time. But one thing I really do like about this model isn't just like how it looks overall. I really like how I did his power sword. I didn't blend or anything like that, but I just used a progression of the 3 same paints. Which was just Enchanted Blue, Ice Blue, and then the Blue Wash. Can't really remember the name of it. But that's all it was, just washing, and then more blue paint, and then a little bit of highlighting here and there. But I was really pleased on how that came out. That's probably my best power sword that I have so far, and I'm going to be trying a different painting technique for those later. And then his base is just a regular base with some gold details here and there, and then some dry brushing. His cloak came out pretty well. I tried to do a little bit of blending in there. I've seen that with yellow you can blend it up, and so I tried it on the sides here to get a little pointing device. Doesn't look like I have one around here. Nope. Oh well. But overall, I was pretty pleased with this model. I did a little bit of freehand back there with the company logo, which is the checker design and the bleach bone underline. And I did the same on here. You can't really see it because of my light. What a shame. But yeah, I used a micron pen and did some of the details. I really like how my banner came out too. The crisp white with the scab red. I was pretty pleased with that. So I really like this model. I think it was really cool, and it really set my standard for how I was back in 2010. And yeah, so hopefully you like this model, and I will progress to earlier this year. So I can't really remember if it was really early 2011 or if it was really late 2010. Or so on, but this was probably my this was like the beginning of that time period, and my first blue power armor paint job. This is my Librarian Easyco. I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but there it is. His banner is molded, but I tried to do some blending on the flames, and this is the first time I've ever painted flames, so I think that came out pretty well. I tried to go for a Codex picture look, so I can change my light. Yeah, so I tried to go for a Codex look to this model. and the only paints I used were the Enchanted Blue, Ice Blue, and White. That, and then just some bleach bone here and there for the robes, and then just other parts of the model. But other than that, I was really pleased on how this came out. I got a lot of great reviews from it. A lot of people have liked it, and I really liked painting this model. I don't like ultramarines, but painting blue was pretty fun. Hopefully this will stay in focus. Sheesh. So here's this model. Again, I used a little bit of the Micron pen. A little bit more detail in throughout. For a while I didn't know what that little red part was, but it's actually his bookmark, so I was able to pick that out. So I put a gold key in there and just do some other script stuff. Just a regular backpack and then his banner. So I did try really hard to get a blending from red to orange to yellow. I added a little bit of white, but you can't really see it, and it was my first time, so I'm pretty happy on how that came out. I also did the script work on the book with the Micron pen, and I also I think I tried to do a blending on the Nemesis Force Weapon, or just the Force Weapon, but I think I just ended up with just going straight red. Did a little bit of gem work, and you can see that on the hilt of the sword. Just zoom in a little bit more, keep it focused. I was pretty pleased on that. Dark Elms green, Scorpion green, and white. You can't really see it on the other side a little bit, but see it on camera, looks pretty good. So I was pretty pleased on that. And my really first attempt of doing faces, I think it looks pretty good. Didn't really do an eye, just kept it black, but that looks pretty good too. So hopefully you like this model. Definitely fun to paint, and one of my favorites in my army. I gotta update his base to one of these bases, but that's for a different part. And so for 2011, this is a model that I just finished painting 2 days ago. It's pretty much still a work in progress. Just a few little details like on his banner and then some other things. But for my Dark Angels, this is my company master, and I did a lot of different techniques I usually don't do before. I haven't done any great blending or anything like that, but I did a lot more freehand of the checker. I did it front and back, and then I did personal heraldry on his shoulder pad. Yellow and orange, not too special, but it is something different. Then I did some conversion work, and the first conversion, well, this definitely is my first conversion, but I magnetized his arm, so I can have the different options for that. Just the different combi weapon options. So we can have combi plasma, we can have a combi melta, and then we have, surprised I'm able to do this with one hand, and then combi flamer. So that's all pretty cool. It's probably the best time I've done eyes. On my other previous Dark Angel models, I've opted for the yellow eyes, like on the Codex, but this is probably my best eyes or lenses for my Dark Angels. I did Mechrite red, Scarab red, then blood red, and then white dots. So pretty pleased on that. I did a lot more highlighting than I usually do. A lot more like hard-edged highlighting. And so I was pretty pleased on how that came out. And that's pretty much all. Used a few washes here and there, gold and then a wash. I like the little bronze effect I did on his top part, which is just like shining gold with the really heavy wash. Been able to replicate that pretty well. So that's this is my model, most recent model of 2011, and I gotta say I'm pretty happy on this. Also, on his Thunderhammer, I did white, which is another wash of the purple, Leviathan purple wash. So there it is. So hopefully generally you like these models. And now I shall go on to my modeling aspect. My first ever model that I painted was for my Tau army. I started my Tau 2009, and this was the first model that I built and first model that I painted. There's definitely some things I added before or after, which was these pads right here, and then I did the battle damage later and stuff like that. But my first paints I used were enamel paints. They were red Test Tours paint, and I really like the shininess for some reason. I have no idea why. Some people are like, why are you using shiny paint? Why are you using Test Tours paint? And I don't know, I just liked it. So this is the first model that I've ever painted. I don't know how many of my regular YouTube subscribers actually have seen this model, but it's pretty bad. It isn't terrible, but it isn't great either. So just my first ever model 3 years ago to this model is just a huge gap for me. And I still have models that I want to do better than this guy, so we'll see how far I get along with that. These few years after. So yes, this is my first model since I started, or when I started my Tau, and then this is my pretty much my recent model for my Tau. I painted probably in 2010. So far I haven't done anything in 2011, but I do a lot of battlesuit conversions, and my whole army is pretty much based on battlesuits or battlesuit conversions, and that's where I really wanted to get my name out in the first place, is in battlesuit conversions. I made Sasso Kais from the Dawn of War game, and I've done some other really cool conversions, but I haven't been able to find those models that are around my desk right now. So I did some cleaner white, some battle damage, more freehand stuff, did a little bit of lighting effects, as you can see, and in there, and kind of in there, and so here's this model. Kind of rambling on, did some decal work, more lighting effects down there. So from just simply that gap of my Tau is also crazy. I would have never thought when I first started painting that my models would look like that, and even this I want to improve, because there's always room for improvement, even for the greatest painters in the world. They can always learn a new technique or a different way of painting something. So that's really what I'm striving to do for right now. Let's see here. Most of my freehanding, or at least my first freehand that I can really remember, was on this model right here. This was, this was my Dark Angels company banner from 6th Company. I'm actually going to strip this model down and repaint it and get rid of the little wings, because my style now is not with the little wings. But model's pretty bland, just decent colors, a little bit of wash, a little bit of dry brushing, but other than that, there really wasn't much. Really like how my freehand came out on this. Kind of looks like the pre-heresy or post-heresy Dark Angel symbol. Yeah, so there's this model, and still pretty pleased on how it came out, but it could have been a lot better, so that's what I'm going to change. It's going to be a lot better, and it'll look really cool. Let's see, what else? For skin, haven't really done much of the other skin stuff, except for my, my Easy Kill model. This is a recent scout that I've been painting, and the skin has been fair, but It can be better, of course. Like I said, improvement could be done. Other than that, general, that's pretty much it. Done some other little conversions. Which has a little bit of hair, dog hair or something. So, Cocos. If you're in the States, and if you're in California or something like that, Cocos, you should know what Cocos is. A little bit of freehand. So, generally, before I ramble on any further, I've been playing Warhammer 40k for 3 years. I've been painting and modeling for 3 years, and I love every minute of it. And I can't wait to see how my progression in painting goes on in the future. And I'll talk to all my subscribers later. So, get a model in here. See you guys. General, thanks for watching my video. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.